Charlie Hebdo attacks, Hollande says magazine reborn. French President Francois Hollande has insisted Charlie Hebdo and its values will survive, after the new edition of the satirical weekly sold out in hours. Charlie Hebdo is alive and will live on, Mr. Hollande said. Millions more
copies of the magazine are being printed because of demand. It comes a week after Islamist gunmen murdered 12 people at its offices and 5 others in subsequent attacks. The new edition has angered some Muslims by depicting the Prophet Muhammad. The cartoon shows the Prophet weeping while holding a sign saying "I am Charlie," and below the headline "All is forgiven." "I am Charlie" emerged as a message of support for both the magazine and free speech following the attacks that started on January 7. Survivors issue. You can murder men and women, but you can never kill their ideas, President Hollande
said following the publication of the latest edition.
He said the magazine had been reborn in the week after the killings. Jean-Paul Billy reads the News-Charlie Hebdo outside a newsstand in Nice, South
France, January 14, 2015. The planned run increased steadily this week, from 1 million to 3 million to 5 million. People queue to get a copy of satirical French magazine Charlie Hebdo in front of a kiosk in Paris on January 14, 2015. People waited for kiosks to open to buy the magazine. It will have a print run of 5 million issues
this week, dwarfing the normal circulation of about 60,000. The Survivors issue, as the magazine calls it, is available in 6 languages including English, Arabic, and Turkish. Proceeds are going to victims' families. 8 journalists, including its editor, were killed in addition to 4 others when 2 brothers, Said and Cherif Kouiki, stormed Charlie Hebdo's offices in Paris on January 7. Jump Media Player help out of Media Player. Press Enter to return or tap to continue. Advertisement. The Printworks was severely damaged by the firefight between police and the Kouiki brothers, as James Longman reports. In a separate attack in the city 2 days later, an Islamist gunman killed 4 Jewish men and took hostages at a kosher shop. The same attacker, Amdi Coulibaly, is believed to have shot a policewoman the day before. World fallen apart. A video purportedly from Al-Qaeda in Yemen, AQAP, said it planned and financed the Hebdo attack as vengeance for the Prophet, but did not provide evidence to support its claims. The gunmen are said to have used earlier publication of images of the Prophet as justification for their attack on the magazine. AQAP had previously welcomed the assault, without acknowledging any role in the operation. A lawyer for said Kouiki's wife, Sumaya, has told the BBC she had no idea he was an extremist. He said Kouiki had kissed his wife goodbye and told her he was visiting his brother, because he was unwell, just hours before the Charlie Hebdo attack. It's beyond her understanding, her world has fallen apart, the lawyer, Antoine Flazacquire, said. Jump Media Player help out of Media Player. Press Enter to return or tap to continue. Sumaya Kouiki's lawyer, her husband told her he was going to Paris to see his brother. Charlie Hebdo's decision to publish another cartoon of the Prophet drew threats from militant Islamist websites and criticism from the Islamic world. The Islamic State, militant group said it was an extremely stupid act. The release comes after millions, including dozens of world leaders, took part in a unity rally in Paris on Sunday. Jump Media Player help out of Media Player. Press Enter to return or tap to continue. The BBC's Hugh Schofield reports from a kiosk in Paris as people queue to buy the latest issue. Outside France, The Washington Post, Germany's Frankfurter Allgemeine, Corriere della Sera in Italy and the UK's Guardian are among publications that have shown the latest cartoon. The BBC has published the image in a previous story and in a statement said, "We have made the editorial judgment that the images are central to reporting the story." Line. Why people are buying the magazine. Jump media player help out of media player. Press enter to return or tap to continue. Why is do Parisians say it's important to buy this issue of Charlie Hebdo? Catherine Boniface, Paris, this issue is symbolic, it represents their persistence, they didn't yield in the face of terror. Read more, in the queue for Charlie Hebdo. Read more, Charlie Hebdo's place in French journalism. Read more, the issue of depicting the Prophet Muhammad. Line. Meanwhile, the Interior Minister of Senegal, a Muslim-majority country whose president took part in the Paris March, has issued an order banning the distribution of the magazine, according to the national news agency. In France, prosecutors have opened more than 50 cases against people accused of condoning terrorism or making threats to carry out terrorist acts. Among those arrested was controversial French comedian Dieudonné Mbala, who was accused of defending terrorism after he likened himself to gunman Amdi Coulibaly. He was released later on Wednesday but is to face trial at a later date, according to his lawyer. Line.